$1,000,000 ain't what it used to be. That is a true statement, if ever was a true statement. It's all because of inflation. However, hitting $1,000,000 is still a great achievement. There are many people who have not hit that. But according to a Kiplinger article from 2020, there are about 8.4 million millionaires in the United States. Okay, so that's about 1 in every 16 American households, 6.71% to be exact. So if there are people who are millionaires, and it is literally millions of them, how come you're not getting rich? Here are 6 reasons why you might not be getting rich. So if you're interested, stay tuned. So this is Chris Hack's Life, and today we're going to talk about reasons why you're not getting rich, as I've mentioned before. If you haven't already, I would encourage you to hit the subscribe button. I talk about personal finance, credit card hacking, travel, and the like on this channel. So if that's something that interests you, be sure to do that. Also, be sure to hit the like button right now. It'll help with the YouTube algorithm and will help the channel out a lot. So thank you very much. So let me grab my Starbucks coffee here. Actually, that's a vanilla bean frap. I really don't dig the coffee flavor, but that's cool. Well, David Bach argues, if you just give up your Starbucks every day, you'll be a millionaire given enough time. That's true, but I only get Starbucks maybe every month, so that's not really going to get me to millionaire status, okay? Now, $1,000,000 today is not what it was in 1900 or even 2000, okay, because of inflation, as we mentioned before. But the first reason why people don't become rich is because they don't believe they can get rich. Now, I'm not one of these guys that's into the whole name it and claim it kind of thing. You just positively visualize whatever and you'll get it. That's not me. But I do believe that you can get into what's called a self-fulfilling prophecy. I don't believe I'll be able to do this. Well, if you don't believe you can do something, you definitely won't. So if you don't believe you can become a millionaire, you won't become a millionaire. Just because you believe you can become rich doesn't mean you will get rich, but it's a lot more likely that you'll get rich if you believe that you can, because you'll put in the effort to actually achieve that. So it's number one, you believe, or you don't believe that you'll get to be rich is why you won't get rich. So reason number 2 why you might not get rich is because you have a lot of high interest debt. Personal finance guru Dave Ramsey is like the king of getting people out of debt. He recommends, lining up all your debts, doing the debt snowball and all that kind of stuff. And getting out of debt is definitely something you need to do if you're going to get rich. If you have a lot of high interest debt, you won't get rich. Now, what is high interest debt? We're not talking about a mortgage with a 3% interest rate or a 4% interest rate. We're talking about credit cards, right? Credit cards, the average credit card as of, I think, May was 16.14% annualized. So for every $1,000 you owe on a credit card that you didn't pay off, you're keeping the balance month to month, you're paying $160 a year. Okay, and the average American has more than $6,000 in credit card debt, which means that you can multiply that by about 6, which is pretty close to $1,000 just in interest costs. So if you're giving $1,000 a year to the bank or more, that is one reason why you are not getting rich very quickly. Okay, so reason number 3 why you're not getting rich is because you spend every single penny, or pretty close to every single penny that comes into your bank account every single month. So you get paid, you put it in the bank, or you cash out what you need and then make money orders out, or you put it into your checking account, and then you just spend everything month after month after month. So if you spend everything every month, and I'm not saying that you might spend more in other months than you make, you just need to have a cash buffer built up. So let's say you're going on vacation, it's going to cost you $2,000, you get $5,000 a month, you spend $4,000 usually, but you're going to spend $6,000 that month that you go on vacation. Well, you just save $200 a month out of that $4,000 or $5,000 that you make. That's a cash buffer. Emergencies might come up, but if you have an emergency fund, that's fine, right? Use that. But if you spend everything you make or more every single month, you are never going to get rich. So basically, if you spend everything every month, you don't invest any money, you're going to get compound interest on 0. So it doesn't matter if the average interest rate or return on the stock market is 20% in a year. If you've invested 0 at 20%, anything times 0 is 0. So you won't get wealthy by, spending everything you make in a month. So that brings us to reason number 4 why you're never going to get rich, and that's because you don't make enough money. So most people focus on cutting back their Starbucks latte. It's really good, by the way, but they focus on cutting their expenses to the bone. Well, if your expenses are cut to the bone and you don't make any more money than you're spending, you're still not going to get wealthy at all, ever. So what you need to do is you need to focus on finding ways to make more money. That might be working at a side hustle. It might be taking on a job in the evening if you work a 9 to 5, delivering pizzas, driving an Uber, whatever. Just trying to find ways to make a little bit of extra money every month. Now, you might be able to make $50 a month, $100 a month, $500 a month. It's up to you how much time you want to put into it, but getting a little bit of a cash buffer is going to help you to be able to invest money and then grow your stash from there. Which brings us to reason number 5 that you're never going to get wealthy. You're going to not get wealthy if you are too aggressive with your investments. And what do I mean by that? Now, if you had invested in Apple back when it was a startup, yeah, you would have done well. Same goes for Tesla. But Chris Hogan wrote this book called Everyday Millionaires, and one of the stories that he tells in that book is of a famous football or hockey player, an athlete, who decided to invest a cool $250,000 in, get this, cough syrup flavored popsicles. The idea was kids hate cough syrup and medicine, but they like popsicles, so if you just freeze the stuff, they'll dig it. Well, needless to say, yeah, that did not go over very well, and the dude lost his $250,000. If you're looking for the latest pig in a poke, right, this great idea that your crazy uncle comes up with, you are likely to lose money, so you want to be a little more conservative than that. Warren Buffett said that if you invested in the S&P 500, that'd probably be pretty good for most people. I invest in index funds frequently. I'm not saying you have to do that, but that's just one option. I'm not a licensed financial advisor, so don't, do that and then lose money and say it's your fault. So do your due diligence, but you need to be not too aggressive with your investments. And that brings us to reason number 6. You can't be too conservative with your investments either. So let's say that you make $500 a month that you can save, and you put it under your mattress or you put it in a safe in your house. That will be worth $500 nominally in 20 years, but you will not be able to buy what you could buy today with that $500 because of inflation. So you need to put that money to work. Some people put it in savings accounts. If you look at Chase today, I have another video, and I'll put the link up here, and it tells you about, or maybe it's over there, but it tells you how long it will take you to double your money from various and sundry interest rates. Chase Bank today is offering a cool 0.01% in interest. That will take you 72,000 years to double your money. So if you put it in a savings account, you're not really going to get wealthy that way. You need to put it into investments that will make you money, like stocks, bonds, mutual funds, those kinds of things. Also, a CD is not going to get it worked out either. You'll get about 1%. That won't work. So these are reasons, 6 of them, why you're not going to get wealthy. So that brings us to what you need to do. You need to plan to get wealthy. That's the action step that you need to take. You need to probably get an emergency fund set up, and I'll put a link in the description down here of ways that you can set up an emergency fund, why you need to set up an emergency fund, those kinds of things. So you might want to check that out. That's a video I did last year. So you need to plan to get wealthy. You need to have an emergency fund, cash buffer. You need to be investing money every month over the long haul, and that will help you achieve your financial goals. So I want to thank you so much for watching. This has been Chris Hacks Life. Have a great day. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you've not already done so. I'd really appreciate it, and it'd help the channel out a lot. Also, the likes, giving the thumbs up, just destroy that. Punch it, smack it, whatever. That will help with the YouTube algorithm, and I would greatly appreciate that as well. Hit the notification bell so you'll be informed when the next video comes online. So until next time, have a great day.